Hold on, girl. I'm about to show you how I took my makeup from this to this. I perfected my makeup routine to make my beat look just like skin. Starting off with base and brows. I like to tame my brows before penciling them in using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. I'm just working that product in, making sure I get every single hair. I'm also shaping my brows to get them how I'd want them to lay when I go in with the pencil, and I'll let that dry while I work on my base. Number 1 rule to makeup: do your normal face routine before your makeup every single time. We need that skin to be clean. But then add the Bobbi Brown Face Base Moisturizer. This product is so good. It leaves my face feeling nourished, and I've definitely noticed a difference in the way all of my products melt into my skin when using this. Be sure to apply it to your entire face, including your chin and eyelids. Now, let's pencil in these brows. I'm using the Ulta Beauty Brow Pencil in the shade Expresso. I like to outline my brows before shading them in because I feel like it gives a clear guide. A good tip is to follow your brow bone and go in with light strokes. And girl, please take your time during this process. We do not want our brows to look crazy. It'll ruin the whole look.
There is nobody, no one that run me. So give me a run for my money. Sipping bubbly, feeling lovely. Living lovely. Just love. I wanna be with you. 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 Me just love. I'm on the way, we ain't got no time to waste. Papa, yo, come on the way, and mine away. I don't want pressure, you none. I want your blessing today. Oh, by the way, open the door by the way. Show you that I'm on the way, I'm on the way. I know connection is vague. Pick up the phone for me, babe. Damn it, we jamming. That attitude for your nanny. Serving your hip from your memory. Remember, Gardena, I took the studio camera. I know Top will be mad at me. I have to do it.
Remember to brush out your brows and make sure the front of your brow isn't too harsh. Hold on, so I almost missed a step, but I like to put Vaseline on my lips because I like my lips to stay moisturized under all that liner and lip gloss. Here I am putting on the best primer I've come across as of now, the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I put it directly on my forehead, cheeks, and chin, and then go in with the brush that I use to moisturize my face to spread it around. The primer is supposed to act as a barrier between your skin and the makeup, allowing for that good hold. So that's why we don't rub it in. So for foundation, I use the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in the shade New Caledonia. For the first round, I put it on the back of my hand, then transfer it to my face using my foundation brush. I typically don't like to use a lot of foundation, just enough to make my face a blank canvas. I also tap my foundation into my skin instead of spreading it. As you can see, I wanted a little more coverage, so I pumped a little foundation on my forehead and then spreading it to the areas I felt needed more coverage. On to my favorite part, concealing. I first go in with the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Concealer in the shade Butterscotch. I apply it directly to my under eye area and then create a diagonal line under the edge of my eye. I personally feel like this creates a more lifted look to my face. Also, if you notice, I do not use the applicators from the product directly on my face. I put the product on the brush and then apply it to my face. As you can see, I bring the concealer down to my upper lip area and chin. And I also apply it to my T-zone and bridge of my nose. These are the areas you want to highlight on your face to give it that contrast from the foundation and contour you're doing later. You always want to allow for your concealer to dry for a better blend. So I like to go in and conceal my eyebrows while I wait for that.
I just left them, so now all that they see is my back. Say that damn Maybach bands with me in the back. When I wasn't accurate, I still couldn't clean on my act. Whenever I tell the truth, you feel like you being attacked. But that come with being attached, so how about we leave it at that? You gonna waste your time to waste your time with me.
I then go under my cheekbone and just use whatever product is left over on the brush to create a line for a contrast from the contour. I use the Rare Beauty liquid blush in the shade Hope. I go in with 2 dots on my upper cheeks to just bring color to my face. I blend this in before concealer so it blends better. It kind of makes it look as if I have naturally rosy cheeks. Be sure to do light pats and stay in control of the product, girl. Don't get too messy with it. I like to dap off excess product in between doing each side because I don't want one side to look more vibrant than the other. I also bring the blush all the way to my hairline in a sense because I feel like it just looks better. If you want to add more blush, do so, but I like to just keep it cute right here. Now I'm just going in and blending my brows first just to give my other areas a little more time to set. Once again, I'm using a light, and I mean light, hand to stay in control. I usually go in a circular motion. I like to go in and make small corrections that I may notice after blending and also just reshape my brow. To blend out the concealer, I use my Sephora Pro Highlight Brush number 90. I've had it for about 1.5 years and I literally can't live without it. I'm basically just going in and patting the product into my skin without moving it all over the place. I like to look up and make sure my under eyes don't crease. Blending is like a feather motion. It's all about keeping the product in place and removing those harsh lines from the product placement. also put excess product on my inner eyes and sides of my nose just to help that contour look snatched.
Question is why I do the things I do. Answer I may never find, but I'll always choose you. Wanna give up on you, but I know I can't.
I then go in with a smaller brush to blend out the inner corner to ensure it doesn't look cakey.
Can't stand, and I try to be strong, but how much can I put your words on your life this time? And I hope you ain't lying, 'cause only the sickness.
And don't forget your chin either.
I'ma tell you this one time, boy, I want you to be mine. Can I come see you now? Can I lay with you outside?
For the bridge of my nose, I like to blend out a little with my smaller brush and then place on my contour because we want to blend out the rest of the concealer later. I actually got this nose contour placement from Ulta. Basically, you go from the edge of your brow, then down to the side of your nose, but only to the bottom of your eye. For cheeks, I follow my cheekbones and stop where it lines up to about the edge or middle of the eye. It depends on how deep you want it. And for jawline, that's just pretty obvious. Once again, when blending, stay in control and in the area you place the product. You don't want to spread it everywhere. I typically blend out the concealer under my cheek around this time just to make sure it blends seamlessly with the contour. Also, I'm not adding product, so do not pick up that product.
You all night, feel your body next to mine. Boy, I need you now. Don't wanna leave, I just wanna be here by your side. You make me feel and believe that we in paradise. 'Cause I don't feel the ground. No, I don't feel the ground. But I'm feeling right. I tell you what it's all about. Just making me feel this way, and it's kinda like oh, you make me feel and believe, baby.
I like to make my under eye a little brighter, so I go in with the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Light Concealer in the shade Biscotti. With this, don't do too much, just enough to take the concealer up a notch. While that dries, I'm blending the concealer on my nose and adding a little blush to make it rosy. I feel like the nose contour helps make it look more natural and not give me an entirely different face. But if you want to go harsher with the contour, then go crazy, girl. I'm gonna keep saying this. Stay in control of the product when you blend. I like to push the nose contour into my brow just to make it look more natural.
Right now, polish 10 toes down. Yeah.
Now our concealer is pretty dry and we're going to blend in the inner corner first and then move outward. I like to put a little excess product on the areas that I really want to pop on my nose.
Watching real time, ain't too live. Easily adjusted to your new life. Since you let loose, you've been too tight. No place to unknown. sense. You don't need a main guy, you're wrong for fans. Don't get money, these grown men. How do we come up, they sleeping? Pussy so good, gotta sleep.
I then go in with my Sephora brush again to blend it all out. Remember, light and feathery pats. I also learned the closer your hand is to the base of the brush, the harsher the blend. So during this, hold the brush towards the end to make it more soft.
Yeah, that ass too swollen, I'm tryna grab that. If you get too close, tell that nigga back back.
I'm just going back in without adding products and making sure everything is blending together. We do not like sharp lines over here.
Do is gas me. How we end up in the backseat, just trying to get to the bag. We on the same page, you the same way. Only keep the fam around me, so let me know what it's gonna be. I don't plan on getting no sleep while we doing nothing, moving too fast. Candy paint with the windows all black, seats creme brulee. What they gon' say? With the top down, screaming money, anything. We up till 6 in the morning. When the sunrise, we'll be on it. Boy, I got 5, we both so live.
Now I like to go in again with my liquid blush because I'm a little obsessed and I want to see it when I put my dry products on. Just do the same thing I taught you before.
Baby, when we gon' slide, slide, slide. I don't care if we on a
And look, everything is coming together. Remember to blend to make everything seamless, and you don't need extra products. Now for the game changer. I love my one size setting powder. This is in the shade Sweet Honey. I put the brush in the powder, tap off the excess, and then even out the powder on the brush onto my hand. This ensures that the powder is placed evenly on my face. Put this powder everywhere that you place your concealer. Do not miss anything.
Up all night, baby, when we gon' slide.
Oh, honey, I need a vacation. I need my bitch in the A.
I do this about 2 times because I can get really oily. And maybe a 3rd time with just extra powder that's left on the back of my hand.
I'm on a mission, but we fall out. The city talking with a large mouth. Yeah, they after the boy like Fallout. Drop it, give me 50, girl. Drop it, give me 50.
Put a little excess on your eyelids and brows too, just to make sure everything is set. Right here, I noticed I over concealed the edge of my brow and I fixed it. Now girl, if you got that lace band on, we gonna push her back, okay? For the bronzer, I'm using the NARS Laguna 8, and we're putting this everywhere we place the contour. Remember, tap off the excess.
Boy, I got 5, we both so live. Tell me when to go, baby, when we gon' slide, baby, when we gon' slide. Up all night, baby, when we gon' slide. Yeah.
Do you see the difference? I didn't put any contour on my forehead, but we're putting the bronzer there. Bronzer helps give the face a more sun-kissed look, adding warmth. Again, thanks Uche. For powder blush, I'm using NARS in the shade Orgasm. I just feel like this looks perfect on my skin because it's not too much, just enough, you know? I then go back in with the blush I use for setting powder to make sure everything is blended. Now for my signature lip combo, I use the Rare Beauty Kind Words Matte Liner. and the L'Oreal Paris Pristine Pink Lip Gloss. I literally always do this combo because it just feels perfect. To prevent flashback, I highly recommend the Sephora Micro Smooth Face Powder. I'm using the shade 75 Hazelnut. Put it everywhere I did my setting powder just to bring the face all together. Lastly, I go in with my bronzer and use it as an eyeshadow for a little pop. The setting spray I use is, of course, Charlotte Tilbury 16-hour setting spray. I do 2 to 3 rounds and then use a fan between each round to make sure it's completely dry. So here's the finished look. You should be looking so good by now, girl. And of course, we're adding more lip gloss, duh. Here's a closer look. You see how everything just looks like skin? So seamless, just like butter. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial, and look, I'm just feeling myself. Alright, bye girls, see you later.